Nyao ete me odiat me gum ari dong makaboro. Angi mamari ye cholo apegi kwan atigi ya kanywali. Kuma pegi kwan gi fonya rama dong gi data jomo kwan. Iya yom ye ka kanyu ka mar cholo. Ni cholo yabuwa. Dan ti ye gi ngej mabe.
I'm Rachel Zaslow. I'm the Executive Director of Mother Health International. Mother Health International is an organization that's dedicated to helping mothers and babies have better pregnancy outcomes in areas where the maternal mortality and infant mortality rates are the highest. Mother Health International was formed in 2007 as a response to women and babies dying in childbirth, one as a result of the war, but also as a result of not having clear infrastructure for giving birth.
In Northern Uganda here during the wartime, lots of young women didn't go to school due to lots of several challenges. And I felt like me becoming a midwife will contribute a lot to my community.
My name is Samaya and I'm from the United States. I'm currently furthering my studies in midwifery at Mother Health International's birth center in Northern Uganda. I chose this birth center because it is community-based and organized.
One of our guiding principles is that traditional midwives are the frontline healthcare workers in our community. And even though they've been made illegal, they are still the women that do the majority of the work in birth in our rural areas. So in response to very bad outcomes and in response to midwives not having a place to have resources and ongoing training and support, Mother Health International helped to form a collective of local traditional midwives. So we have about 60 traditional midwives that work within this region to support the women of Atiak. And over the years, we've built this birth clinic, which you see behind me.
This birth health center helps the community in Atiak, and the community and the mothers, they love this center very much.
We find it essential not only to continue training them, but also to make them integral to the healthcare system itself. So instead of isolating them and pushing them out, we're bringing them in. And in doing that, we're showing that a partnership between traditional midwifery and nurse midwifery can create the best possible outcomes. So, for example, the majority of our traditional midwives are illiterate. They've not learned to read or write or count. And so traditional trainings where you ask midwives to come and sit and learn from something that's written down or a book does not end up being an effective tool. Even images don't end up being an effective tool. But traditional methods for remembering information when you cannot read or write is often through song and dance. So our collective records almost all of our protocols in song and dance, and the song and dance becomes the text. So we have songs here at the clinic for what to do if a woman is bleeding too much. We have songs for how to remember and what the signs are for a woman if she's dehydrated. We have songs for comfort measures in labor, how to make a mother feel more comfortable when she's in labor. We have songs for when to call and come to the health center. So each of our protocols is in a song, and this becomes sort of the backbone of our teachings and how the traditional midwives then carry on about their work. So I think recognizing and placing value on traditional methods of learning is really essential to the work that we're doing.
Since Mother Health International has been in this community, women no longer have to fear dying from giving birth or their babies dying, as is the case for most women in the global south and in the rest of Uganda.
We've never lost a mother in over 6,000 births. And we do this through sort of a threefold project. One is to have a safe place for women and babies to come give birth, a clinic that offers dignified care, that offers women their own spaces to give birth in, that offers women gentle, kind words, that offers them compassionate midwives who stay with them throughout labor and throughout postpartum. The second is recognizing that the women we're serving are subsistence-based farmers, that the women in our community cannot necessarily afford to leave their gardens or the water that they have to carry each day to come for prenatal care. We offer a program that we call our Midwives on Bikes. Each of our midwives has a bike, and they go out into the villages and offer prenatal care in women's own homes and local villages, and the local traditional midwives organize those women. When those women are reached for by their traditional midwives and they're reached for care, they're then given our phone number, and they're seen about once a month throughout their pregnancy and more frequently if needed. And when the woman is in labor, she calls our phone number. If she doesn't have a phone, she goes to her traditional midwife, and the traditional midwife has a phone and calls our labor line. And then our motorcycles with a sidecar attached go and pick the mother up in labor and bring her back to the clinic. In sub-Saharan Africa, many women deliver alone along the side of the road while trying to get to care, because if you're walking 8 or 9 or 10 miles or sometimes more to try to get to a health attendant, and it's your 7th or 8th baby, you're not likely to make it. So by picking women up in labor and bringing them to our clinic, we eliminate a lot of women giving birth unassisted in unsafe conditions alongside the road. We then support women throughout their birth, and then we bring them home at 24 to 48 hours postpartum, depending on the health of the baby, sometimes longer if the baby is very small.
Mother Health International is unique in that it is a birth center in the Global South that is practicing gentle birth and has a collaboration that is very organic and fluid between traditional midwives in the community as well as clinically trained midwives.
The world needs more midwives, but we need midwives who are critically trained to work in the Global South. Midwives who know how to marry traditional practices with allopathic practices. Midwives who understand how to work in resource-limited areas.